Hey, welcome back to Gold's Garage. So when's the last time you saw an original Boss 1969 Boss 302 and an original 68 Z28 Camaro in the same picture? So if you were a fan of Trans-American road racing in the 70s, 60s and 70s, you'd see a lot of them because they dominated Trans-American road racing. There was also lots of good Mopars in there, and even AMC and a bunch of other companies competed, but there was a lot of Mustangs and a lot of Camaros. And so we got these two together, had to make a video. So one of my policies is at Gold's Garage, I don't work on cars. If you want me to work on your engine, take it out and bring it to me. In this case, I decided to make an exception for two reasons: because the car's so iconic, and meet my customer Mike. So Mike is the owner of EMA Embroidery, also in London. He has been providing me with my team shirts for Gold Racing and Gold's Garage for more than 10 years now. Hats and t-shirts and hoodies and whatever, they all come from Mike. He does a great job, gives me great service. I'll put a link to his card in the video. So that's why I decided to do it, and it's been an experience. So I will also put in the video clip shot of this spreadsheet that I use. Of course, everything I do is on a spreadsheet of the process that I use. And now I'm going to turn over to Mike, and he can tell us his experience about why he bought the car, when he bought the car, and what has happened up to now. Mike has not driven this car except he backed it out of my shop here 5 minutes ago.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Mike.
Yeah, so originally me and my wife had this car when we got married, and we kept it for quite a while, and then we sold it. We looked forever in the last 15-20 years trying to find one. So we happened to find this one in South Carolina. Went down to see the car. It's all numbers matching, Marty report. Car is identical to the one that we had. It actually still has the soccer ball hanging in the window that was originally in my original one that me and wife had.
That's pretty cool. I wonder where that came from.
Yeah.
I thought maybe you were into FIFA.
No.
Okay,
it was just something that was in the car when we bought it, and I kept it after I got rid of the car.
Cool.
But it took a long time. This is the best it's sounded since we've purchased the car. We haven't been able to drive it because it's been running very bad. We've had it to 3 or 4 other places, and they could not fix the problems. So I'm excited to get it out and take it for a bit of a ride, but it's been a nice experience. I'm glad that he took it on because it already sounds better than it has. So
Mike's going to just take it for a ride around the block, and then when he gets back, he's going to give us his impression. So one of the things that, if you follow my little spreadsheet here, the process that I use, the other attempts, they changed distributors, they changed carburetors. Why? It's a lot easier to change distributors and carburetors than spark plugs on a Boss 302, I can tell you that. They have cleaving heads in it, and this car actually has air conditioning been added on. That even made it harder. It took a long time to get those plugs in and out, and the other ones weren't in properly either. So that's the main thing that I did find. We did a bunch of other stuff too to tune it for him. So we're going to stop this clip now, and Mike's going to get in and go for a ride, and we'll get back to you.
okay, let's go. Already I feel such a difference. This is, it hasn't run this way at all. When I first got the car, we picked it up in Port Huron. After I brought it back, we dropped it off there until we did all the paperwork. And I drove it just like very little, but this is running more like it was originally when I picked up the car. This is such a difference from what we've had. Like the car wants to go now, where before it was sputtering and backfiring. It's just phenomenal, the difference. Just incredible. I'm going to have to give Alan a big hug because it hasn't run this way in a while. Like before. before you couldn't, like after some of those guys worked on it, you couldn't feel the power. You couldn't feel anything. It was just like the car was just bogging and starving. It was terrible. This is more what I expected. Just did a phenomenal job. This has really made me happy. Pull up, right up in.
Yep. Okay, Mike, I wasn't in the car, so let me know.
Just incredible, the difference. Like, we couldn't drive the car. It was like I was hiding it in the garage. Didn't want to drive it. It just ran like crap. It was backfiring, and yeah. So, but now the response is incredible. Like as soon as you start to drive, it picks up, and it's just Mike, it's a big difference.
Just took it around my block.
Yeah.
Thanks for not doing burnouts or anything.
Yeah,
Mike,
no.
My neighbors will probably have me evicted, right?
Yeah.
So when you get a chance, get it on the open highway where you can really let her go, right?
Yeah.
But
yeah.
It'll run fine for you.
Oh yeah, no, I can feel the difference already. Incredible.
Couple of points. Alex is going to come in and give you a shot of the engine bay, but one of the things about a 69 Boss, I did the homework on it. About 1,600 were only made.
Yeah.
Less than half of them are still in existence.
Yeah.
There's only 150 unrestored ones that are known to exist out there.
Yeah.
So if you compare that mine's a 68, 69 Camaro Z28, there was 20,000 made compared to 1,600. So that's why you don't see these around very often, and that's the reason why when Mike said, will you help me out? Of course I will, because I wanted to work on it. It's a pretty cool car. First Ford I've had in my videos after all this time. People could say, how come you don't do Fords? Bring me one, I'll build it for you, no problem. Yeah. So Alex is going to give us a quick shot of the engine bay. Now the difference is Mike's engine is original and correct. The breather is not, and one reason is because when they put electronic ignition on it, the nice big blue breather with all the ducts and stuff doesn't fit. So we may switch back to the dual points. It had dual points originally. So I cleaned up the engine bay a little bit for him, and it sounds fine, it runs fine.
Oh, I'm very happy with that.
Good, good. I hope you would be. Yeah. So, look at my Camaro, I can't make that. That is not the original engine, that's a 604 crate engine out of my race car actually. So, it makes lots of power, but it is not original, and if it was, this car would be worth, a lot more than it is. But I'm fine with that. I'm happy to have my baby back. So, any more, Mike? Any more cars?
No, I'm just anxious to get her back on the road now and be able to drive it when it's nice out. And
so a couple things I'm going to put in at the end of the video. When I made the video about Eddie's 355, why didn't he have a picture of the car? So Eddie sent me pictures of the car. I should have had it in his video, but we'll put it at the end of this video. And tip of the day. So I got to credit Daryl Waters, Daryl's Dyno Service, for this one. When we're at the dyno, we often have to take the plugs out when they're still pretty hot. So just a piece of ordinary rubber hose stuck on it. I put a little split in it so it'll jam in there, and that's how I was able to get these plugs in and out. These got to be one of the most challenging spark plugs. It's probably why they didn't do it.
Yeah.
So they did the easy things, and when Mike brought it to me, I thought, they've already done all that, so let's not do what they did. Let's look at other things, right? So that's where we're at. There's a tip of the day. Great way to get spark plugs in and out, especially if they're hot, and hope you find that helpful. Please remember, I never think of asking. I know I'm bad for that. I always get in trouble. Like and subscribe. Thank you very much to my cameraman, Alex, and my producer, Mike Kimball. I'm also going to put a screenshot. Mike come up with a new wall posters out of it, and we're going to make some coffee cups out of it. Anyways, pretty cool picture of my Z28. It captures, I worked at a textile garage when I bought that. I was still going to school. And where did you go after your work? A&W. So they're all in that sketch. So hope you find it helpful and interesting. Thank you very much, Mike, for your business.
Oh, thank you.
And I hope you're happy with it.
Oh my God, yeah.
Okay, man.
Incredible.
We're all good. Thanks for watching.